Greetings, Moonlight citizens, and Moonlight Kingdom Podcast is what you are watching here and now. On this episode, brought to you by your man on the moon, the Moonlight King, and his ghost associates, we are discussing a myriad of topics from the many different Robins, whether it be Jason Todd to Damian Wayne, and my personally least favorite, Tim Drake, to Catwoman and Batman, to Talia and Batman, to the myriad of DC Comics characters that are a part of the LGBT, including and especially highlighting Batwoman, among other things, including Wonder Woman 84, the Wonder Woman movies, and the DCEU itself. And we also touch on some things such as Akira Toriyama and GOKU, as long as Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. All in this episode, coming in 3, 2, 1, boom.
Yeah, it's not time, I just care. It's meh. It just doesn't. I haven't really seen anything that particularly stands out with all the nonsense around DC and Marvel. It's like,
DC hasn't really had a stake in the game in a long time. Given, I think the last great thing they did was probably either Zack Snyder's Justice League or Black Adam, and that was way, way back.
Yeah, I mean, Black Adam was okay, but I wouldn't really say it was one of the good ones. More like Aquaman or Wonder Woman.
Okay, I'll give you Aquaman. Aquaman was a very enjoyable film.
Not Wonder Woman.
I mean, yeah, I liked Wonder Woman right up until the third act, because that's when the movie kind of just falls apart. Because once Ares is revealed, he kind of has he's well written and he has a point until he actually tries to fight Diana, because he's like, see, the movie all this time has had us believing that, humanity is only going to war with each other because the God of War is influencing them. That's the idea. And it's a good one. Okay. And Wonder Woman's been like, the moment I find Ares and take him down, people are going to throw down their weapons, the war's going to be over, everything's going to be good. Problem with that is, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, and the movie will lead you to, it seems like the movie's going down this path of, the reason that's not happening isn't because, Ares is influencing everything. It's because, well, sometimes people are just evil, sometimes people are just bad. Sometimes people just want to hurt other people. And it's a strong message to be like, because Diana in that moment is like thinking, oh, my mother was right. You people aren't worth saving. Humanity is just, angry and vengeful at each other. But, she, despite the fact that Ares isn't doing anything, she still wants to, fight and defend humanity. But once it becomes clear that no, Ares is out here and he is in fact influencing everything, and once Diana fights him and beats him, the bad guys really do put down all their weapons and stop fighting, and the war ends then and there. It's like, well, fuck. Well, that was some nonsense.
I think the first Wonder Woman movie was decent, but yeah, it had some issues with the plot. But the second movie, although it also had issues, I think was a bit better. Wonder Woman 2 was better than the first Wonder Woman.
It is, if you can look past the part where Wonder Woman rapes a dude.
In the second movie?
Oh yeah, you remember when Steve Trevor came back and he was in that other dude's body? That dude didn't consent to that. It straight up just hijacked some dude's body and then used him like a human flesh toy. Just,
Yeah, that's certainly something people don't really think about.
Oh yeah.
I think after a while that person got their body back, hopefully.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he shows up at the end of the movie and he's like, just out there living life. There was rumors online that he might have been a gay dude, given the fact that, he has this really nice apartment, this wide range of clothes to wear, the fashion that, when Steve Trevor's trying on all those clothes, and it's just what straight man in the 80s has this many clothes? Not just this many clothes, but this many different clothes. They're thinking he might have been a gay man. Wonder Woman may have had sex with a gay dude.
Well, I mean, on one hand, it's just the body with Steve in the body. It's not quite the same thing.
Yeah, it's a little problematic though. But and the thing of, you see Wonder Woman being this feminist icon that women from all over the world have looked up to for decades, and she learns to fly from a dude. A dude teaches her to fly. Wow, that was a great idea. And not only does that happen, but not only is that the problem, but Wonder Woman, feminist icon, who, is a hero to women everywhere, got dicks down by a guy so good in that first movie. A first movie that's set in that's set during World War I, that she hasn't been with a single dude since then. That man dicked her down so good that she pined for him for 80 years.
I mean, that's a bit of a vulgar way to look at it.
Oh yeah. She never got over that shit. She met one dude. He was literally the first dude she ever met, and she immediately fell in love with him. The first dude she ever met, she fell in love with, fucked him, and then when he died, she mourned him for 80 years and would not stop talking about him. Because even in Justice League, whenever the moment came up, she brought up, like, she would always bring up Steve Trevor. Like, when Bruce was working on that plane, she was like, I once knew a man who would have loved to fly this. And then when, she's talking to Cyborg, she's talking about, I once lost someone I loved. It's like, we get it, lady. You had sex with a dude 80 years ago and you haven't been with anyone since. Like, move on already. It's been 8 decades. There's been like 3 wars since then. I mean, holy soap. There are other dudes walking the earth. Damn. Batman is right there.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
That is pretty weird.
That's all I got to say.
About Stockholm Syndrome going on there.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if anyone else did that shit? Imagine if, like, the first person you ever dated was the only person you ever dated? The first person you were ever with was the only person you were ever with? There would be so many unhappy people out here.
Though, I find the Batman Wonder Woman pairing very odd. I really do not. I don't see those two together. It doesn't make sense to me.
Is that so? How come?
Like, I don't know, man. It's just they feel like two very different people, and like different approaches. Batman being more of an anti-villain, Wonder Woman being more closely aligned with Superman. His view on things more positive. But I would rather put Batman with someone like Catwoman.
Such a cliche.
Than Wonder Woman.
Honestly, I mean, I get why you do that, but yeah, I get why you say that. But personally, I don't know, the Batman and Catwoman relationship. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's boring to me. I don't like it. It's boring. That whole thing of like, I'm a vigilante and I fight crime, but like, you're a criminal who steals stuff, but you're also really hot, so I don't want to arrest you. Like, there's only so many times you can do that before it gets old.
Yeah, I don't really mean Catwoman specifically, but I mean, someone more like her character.
Yeah, I get it.
One woman just feels way too different. It's an odd pairing. Plus, they're in the Justice League together on the same team. It makes it weird. When they're on a mission and these two are, Batman's being all severe about it.
Well, yeah, but still, like, it works. I mean, it could definitely work, the Batman and Wonder Woman pairing. It's just that nobody's tried it. But they love doing that Batman-Catwoman pairing of, oh, she's a crook, but he's a crime fighter. Like, can they coexist? Like, they can and they always do. It never actually gets in the way. Like, let's be real. He only lets Catwoman go because she's pretty. If she was ugly, he would have arrested her first time. He would lock this woman up like anyone else. He arrests Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy because he doesn't find them attractive at all. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you would think so, because it's not like she has a big sob story that he fell for.
Yeah, it's literally just a case of I turned to crime because I want money. That's it. Not like she fell into a vat of chemicals or got like, I don't know, covered in giant plants and came out different, or like an army of cats attacked her or something and she woke up with cat powers or something like that. I mean, that was the movie, but still, that's a different thing. She's literally just a case of I break into people's houses and I steal their stuff because I want money. That's it. The dude only falls for this woman because she's sexy. That's all it is. The same thing with like Talia al Ghul. Every woman that Bruce Wayne falls for is sexy. I'm not saying that's all they bring to the table, but it's a pretty common theme that they're all ridiculously good looking. Like, look at the Talia al Ghul thing. She's the daughter of one of your greatest enemies. That is the last person you should shack up with. But not only does he shack up with her, he has a kid with her. Like, damn, dude. Dude, did the bat condom bust that night? Damn.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm surprised they didn't. I think the whole Talia al Ghul was briefly. No, that was. I don't remember them ever actually really exploring that in movie or series, other than animated.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah, it does. It is weird that.
Woman all the time.
Yeah, he never gave Talia al Ghul a shot. That just, it always bugged me. Like that just, there was so many times that this woman was ready and willing to give it all up for him. She was willing to be like, I'm gonna turn my back on the League of Shadows, turn my back on all this. You like just be with me, like you and me against the world. And he was like, nah, my city needs me. Like just like him crouched up on rooftops and shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't explore that angle, considering they had a son and all that. You'd think they would want to bring that to at least film or series.
Yeah, you would think that, because there's a lot of story potential, particularly with like considering the fact that Damian exists and he was raised by the League of Assassins. You think there'd be a story potential in like Talia and Bruce working together to try and raise him, right? But more often than not, when they have stories with Damian, it's a case of Talia al Ghul is out of the picture, and it's up to like Batman to just raise the kid by himself. Not by himself. I mean, he's got like Nightwing and Alfred in them, but like it's all Batman. And no disrespect, actually total disrespect, but Batman is a shit dad. I get it, man. I mean, I get it. Damian Wayne isn't exactly the best kid, but good God, man, does Batman suck at being a father? Like fucking Alfred has to check him on that shit. Like he straight up asked him, like, like, what have you done for him, like as a dad? Like I get that you want to train him to be a good Robin, but he needs you to be his dad now and then. It was like, what are you talking about? And he asked him straight up, when was the last time you told him you were proud of him? And he's like, I told him what he did was exemplary. And he's like, what the hell do you mean exemplary? Like, yeah, it basically means, like he did a really amazing job. Like it's an example to everyone. He's like, yeah, but did you actually tell him straight up like you were proud of him? And he just looks at him like, man, that's some basic parenting shit. You can't even tell your kid that he did a good job. You can't even say, hey, good job, kid. Like, what the fuck, man? But yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they gave him a kid.
Considering the fact that he already has so many. I mean, he had the first Robin, Dick Grayson, the second Robin, Jason Todd, then Tim Drake, and then there was Batgirl. I'm like, bro already got a family. He just doesn't have any like blood family. So like, this was just extra, but I like it. I like Damian Wayne more than I like Tim Drake as the Robin. Because, yeah, say what you want about Damian Wayne. Like, he's like, I mean, you can't really call him spoiled. He's entitled. Let's just say that he's entitled. He's bratty. He's this, that, and the third. But at least he's not boring.
I haven't really seen the different Robins much.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. Jason Todd, he dies, he comes back, and he becomes a Red Hood. When, Nightwing, he decides, when Dick Grayson branches out on his own, he becomes Nightwing, right? Every Robin becomes their own thing. At the time, Damian Wayne was like the Robin. The thing is like, oh, so surely it's time for Tim Drake to branch out and become his own thing, right? Tim Drake's version of branching out and doing his own thing is becoming the Red Robin, which is a cross between Robin and Red Hood. He's basically the Robin, but he's got a Red Hood helmet and like wait a minute. It's so lame. Like, wait a minute. Your version of branching out and doing your own thing is to just copy what the last two guys did before you? Like, that is lazy. That's so whack. Like, damn, dude. This is not... Also, in terms of, like, all the Robins that I would like to see become the new Batman, I would want to see Damian Wayne's take on Batman. Because, he's not above taking fools out if the occasion calls for it. But, yeah. Arguably the one who's closest to the Batman we all know would probably be Dick Grayson. Because, it makes sense in that regard. But the one who's absolutely should not, under any circumstances, be the new Batman is definitely Jason Todd. Because... yeah, he just be out here killing fools dressed as Batman. Like, it's a good dude. I mean, I get it. He came back and became a vigilante and he fights crime, but he's still like packing 2 guns and killing folk. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Batwoman?
I don't really know much about Batwoman, but isn't she a lesbian?
Yes, you know that much. I mean, I don't know a lot, but I know she's a lesbian.
That is one of the things. I've never seen her, like, actually, watched an animated movie or whatever with her in it. So what I do know about her is, reading a bit about her here and there. So I actually don't know much about her, but when people do talk about her, one of the things they mention is that she's a lesbian.
Well,
I
yeah.
think that's one of the controversies about her.
Controversies. We got a guy out here dressed like a bat fighting crime, and there's the thing that gets people in a tizzy is that one of his crime-fighting partners likes women.
I remember a lot of people talking about them not liking that they suddenly brought a lesbian into things.
I don't understand that. Normally people love lesbians. Like, especially like... No, I'm not joking. Like, normally people do really like lesbians, and especially see... There's nothing that, freaks on the internet like seeing like 2 women getting it on. So you would think a lesbian superhero would be something they might enjoy, but turns out it's not. Color me shocked.
Are there other examples of lesbian superheroes?
There's Queen Maeve on The Boys, but that's not exactly like a superhero comic that everyone reads or knows about. I don't really know. I don't know if there's that many other like lesbian superheroes out there in like Marvel or DC. Shit, there really isn't that many that I know of. I mean, there's plenty of gay superheroes. That's like, there's a lot of those. But they are like I'm not trying to be like trying to be funny or nothing. I'm being serious here. There are a lot of like straight up gay superheroes out there. I mean, it's like I don't know why, but there are. I get it. Representation matters, and all that is it's all well and good. Everybody deserves to like see themselves reflected in their heroes at some point. Like, but can we keep it down to like less than 20? I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just I'm just kidding, man. I don't know. That's exaggerating. I don't know how many there are. I don't really keep track. It's like, I don't know. It's like if I'm reading a comic and it turns out like one of the dudes comes out as gay. It's like, oh, okay, that's good for you, I guess. And then I just keep going. I don't stick around to be like, wait, really? So and so likes dudes? Wow, I never would have. That totally caught me by surprise. Like, no, I don't do that. Like, ugh. I was surprised to learn that Deadpool was Pan, though. That did catch me off guard. Like, really? Deadpool was Pan? Because, the first thing that came to mind is like, wow, someone explain what Pan is. Like, does he have a thing for kitchen appliances? Like, what's going on? Like, because no one told me that it was pansexual. They just said Deadpool comes out as Pan. Like, just, so what? Does he be like, getting busy with pots and lids and shit? Like, what's going on here? Like, but yeah, it is what it is. It's representation, I guess. But, it's a good thing to have out here. I mean, granted, we don't see much of it reflected in the movies, but it is reflected to some extent with like the weird jokes that he makes whenever he's with Wolverine. Yeah.
Never really thought of that. I just figured those were just jokes. Never really considered, the pansexual angle.
And that's how you know you're not homophobic. Not for real. Like, you just hear jokes and keep going with your life. You don't stop to be like, hang on, what does that mean? Like, what's he trying to say? Like, why does he, like, yeah, that just, you just heard that and kept going. Like, all right, keep it moving now. On to the next joke.
I just figured, like, that's the chaotic character that mixes around a lot. With
Yeah.
the lack of boundaries. Which is, the character seems to be.
Plus, it shows that he's not sexist. He has a lack of boundaries with everybody, men and women alike.
So it turns out there's even less boundaries than we thought.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I mean, is it really like violation of boundaries if it's okay? Is it really sexism if he does it to both men and women? Like, you got to think about that kind of stuff because it was Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, and see, before that movie came out, the director Michael Bay was getting a lot of flack from like film and movie critics about how, hey man, you be filming women like in these very weird angles, and there's always a shot of a woman's ass somewhere. There's not a single woman in this movie who doesn't have her ass on screen at some point, or isn't filmed in all sexy like at some point. So when the second movie came on, he still did that shit. He still filmed all the female characters all sexy like and whatnot, but he also, made sure to have a scene where there was a dude's ass up in the shot to let you know, like, see, I filmed the men like this too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody who watched Transformers 1 understood this man likes to show women.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a moment when it happened because they were like they were outside the space center and they were about to go inside and the one dude had to get changed and he had like those pull apart pants, like you just grab them and like they immediately come off. He had like one of those and they came right off and his ass took up like 40% of the screen. And it was, and everyone in the scene was like, "What is that? Like, what are you doing, man?" Yeah. Yeah, he's an equal opportunity butt filmer. Like, just like, I think he put it there on purpose to be like, just so you know, I am not sexist. I don't just film women this way. I would do this to men too. Do you want to see more of this? No, we don't want to see more of this. Okay then, you gonna let me get back to my movie? Yeah, sure, whatever. Fine, shut up now.
It would be funny if he actually said that. Like if there was an article or something where he said that to a reporter.
Yeah, it would be like just the reporter sitting there uncomfortable. Like, come on, man. I didn't mean like when I saw you filming women that I wanted to see you filming men like that too. Like, don't nobody want to see. Don't nobody want to watch this. Like, it's very weird. Like, all right, you want me to go back to filming just women? All right, yes, please, thank you. Okay then. Like, let me get back to work now. Shit. But yeah, I still enjoyed it though. It's a good movie. I'll give it that much. Revenge of the Fallen isn't as well written as the other movies, but it's still a good movie. The first one, the second one, and the third one are really well done, and there's some stuff in the fifth one that I enjoy. But like, yeah, it's got its moments.
It was a good Transformers as in like big robot movie.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the big thing where all the Decepticons transform combined into this massive thing.
Yeah. This like.
It was a good robot movie.
They come together and become this huge like this Power Rangers villain. That's the only thing in this damn Power Rangers Transformer where they all fuse together in this one big robot. Fun fact, apparently the first time they tried to animate that, the first time they actually tried to animate that and, see how it would play out, the computer that was running it actually overheated and caught fire because it was so big and there was so many moving parts and there was so much detail that they had to animate that the computer overheated and actually burst into flames.
Is that a fact or like a rumor?
No, it's a fact. Like, the people making the movie actually were like, yeah, this fucking thing, when they had to animate the Devastator Transformer, they were like, yeah, we tried, and the fucking computer overheated and caught fire. Yeah, which is why you don't see it, like, coming together as one big thing. You only see it coming together like, okay, then comes first is this car, then it cuts to the other truck, and then the other truck, and then you see it already together, instead of all coming together all at once, because, Yeah, you can understand that. It's like, I don't know. It's like trying to run. It's like trying to run a PS5 game on a PS4. You just hear the fan whirring out of control, like the damn thing's about to take off or something. Yeah, I would imagine so. It was a good fight, though. I mean, a good like the Devastator Transformer was really cool to look at, and it's a bummer that it went out so quick. Because you see the damn thing like scaling the pyramids and wrecking shop, and you think, all right, this is gonna be sweet. Optimus Prime versus this fucking I don't know what. Oh yeah, Devastator. Optimus Prime versus Devastator. Let's go. And he takes him out in a couple shots. It's like, wait, that's it? He just got blasted a couple times, fell off the pyramid, and that's it. After all the shit we did, him like he had the power to suck up dirt and like spit it out at people, like because he had like that vortex thing where he like sucks up all the dirt and he grinds it up, and but he didn't get to use that in a fight with Optimus Prime. He just got taken out. That's easy. All the stuff that he could do, like this dude fused together into one massive Transformer robot, and even had that hilarious enemy scrotum moments just to get taken out in a couple blasts.
I love where this actually added this code up to the chessboard.
Yeah, it was funny that like for you just know they gave this Transformer two wrecking balls for testicles just to make that joke. Like someone wrote this joke somewhere and they were like, "Yo, we gotta put this in a movie." But sir, Transformers don't have testicles. Like I don't care. We gotta find some way to put this joke in the movie. Like give him wrecking balls for testicles. Like okay, fine. And then the Transformer had wrecking balls for testicles, and dude was down there like, "I am directly below." And he actually stops for a sec, like the actor himself was looking at it like, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but the enemy scrotum, like just
It's creative, that's for sure.
yeah, very creative. Like just like at least now we know the answer. The answer to a question no one asked. Transformers do in fact have balls.
Oh, the big ones do at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's just no one asked, but it's good to know. I guess like just it's like with Vision from the Avengers.
Yeah.
Did you know that Vision has a dick?
What?
Oh yeah, it's like when they were doing the WandaVision TV show, like someone asked like because Wanda and Vision ended up having kids, and because even in the comics they ended up having kids, and someone asked like, how is this possible? Isn't Vision a robot? Like, and it came out that like one of the writers was like, oh, Vision does have a penis. It's purple and it vibrates.
Wait, there's what? What?
Yes, Vision, the robot made by Tony Stark and Hulk in Avengers: Age of Ultron, does in fact have a penis that is not only a penis, but it is purple and it vibrates. It's not enough. The dude's whole body basically made him a human-sized dildo, but now he actually has the necessary equipment to be one. So, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's one of those things that like I really didn't need to know that, but I'm glad that I do. Oh
That
shit.
feels like it's sort of thing like, it'd be a really good story point if these two had a kid, but then it's like, okay, but now we just have to make up an excuse to actually
How?
make
Yeah.
it make sense.
Now we have to explain how. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
I don't even want to know how the genetics works, but
Yeah, we'd very much like to know how the genetics works, but yeah, you can. Well, one thing you can guarantee is nobody could have predicted that explanation. I mean, my big takeaway was why is it purple? Like just that's what I want to know. Not why does it exist or just why, but why is it purple? That's what I want to know.
why does it vibrate?
And why does it vibrate? Who is this for? Like Tony, why did you build him like this?
Iron Man asks a question she needs to answer.
Yeah, you definitely like Iron Man. Why did you do this? Why did you build this robot to have reproductive organs? Not only that, but to make them vibrate. What were you using this? What was your plan for this?
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit! But hey, it is what it is. That's all I can say. It is what it is, and there's really nothing more we can say on that. He got him. It's just, it's better than them saying, "Hey, just cause." Okay, it's better than them saying that. Like it's better than us asking, "How did this happen?" and the writer just being like, "Because it did." Okay, it just happened. It's a TV show. Just roll with it. Like,
True.
yeah. I mean,
Comic book
yeah.
logic.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments where like comic book logic, where you do got to be like, it's a comic book, just roll with it. But like, this is not one of them. This is one of those moments where you absolutely have to come back and explain things. But otherwise, yeah, it's its own thing. Just whatever. Vision has a member. They have kids. It needs to happen so the story can happen. We can move on from that. But yeah, superheroes. Oh shit. Speaking of superheroes getting it on, did you know that apparently Batman doesn't do blowjobs?
What?
Oh yeah.
Why is that a thing?
Because, my dear friend, that's not what heroes do. I am not shitting you. I did not make that up. That is not a rumor. That is an actual answer that a writer gave. Someone asked, because Harley Quinn made a joke about Batman going down on Catwoman, and one of the writers came forward and was like, yeah, Batman wouldn't do that. And when they asked him, what makes you say that? His response was, because that's not what heroes do. Okay. Nice to know that you have a very unhappy marriage, man. But okay.
What?
Oh, yeah.
All the answers.
Yep. Of all the answers he could have given, there's so many ways he could have answered that respectfully. He could have been like, well, because, Batman is a very kid-friendly character, and we can't write stories like where he does that because it'll like make it inappropriate for children. I would accept that. If that was the answer he gave, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But he just said, because that's not what heroes do, Heroes don't go down on people. What the heck, man? That's just...
Alright, part of me is like, I feel like I should be surprised somebody asked that, and I was like, no, yeah. I'm not surprised somebody would actually ask that.
Yeah, bro just straight up said, like, hey, we don't do that here. That doesn't happen here at DC. You want to see that, go over to Marvel. Like, characters don't really have sex in the DC universe. It's a very, very sexless universe, unless someone has to have a kid. Then, characters get it on.
Yeah, that's, given the whole Vision having a kid thing, that makes sense. If there needs to be a kid, there shall be a kid. Just don't ask questions.
Yeah. I feel like, I read this joke online that was, that said that the reason they gave, they said the reason that they gave Goku a kid in Dragon Ball Z was so they could prove that he wasn't a virgin. Shit, that is so mean, but like, yeah. I can understand why you'd think that way.
But I think that's supposed to be a kid thing. Why would they even go there?
I get it. Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking too. Like, hang on. Because Dragon Ball Z is a kid's show. Let's not beat around the bush. Dragon Ball Z is very much a kid's show. Why would that even cross your mind? But then at the same time, it's like, you see Goku, like this grown-ass man, and then you see Chi-Chi, and it's like, well, it's like, he's a very... like childlike adult Goku is. So you could see why some people would think, yeah, their relationship isn't like that. He's probably a virgin too. And like, even though in reality there's likely nothing wrong with that in like animation, or I don't know, when it comes to fictional characters, you can as a writer be like, oh hell no, I can't have people thinking my character's a virgin. I'm gonna fix that right now. It is what it is, like, nothing, just to be fair, there's no bigger proof that someone isn't than them having a kid. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a living, breathing, proof that, like, you can just hold up to people and say, see, there's my son right there. See, I have had sex before. Now stop calling me a virgin.
But Jay, that's not something people actually call Goku in the show.
Yeah, it's not yeah, I get that. This was just like, freaks on the internet doing their, freaks on the internet business. Just trolling. Hey, it is what it is.
Oh.
It's still funny, though.
Yeah? That they go that far is, it's both weird and funny.
Yeah, shout out to Akira Toriyama, man. R.I.P. He was great.
Because he's a creator.
Yeah, he was the creator of Dragon Ball. He, like, passed away way back. He was, that dude was so well known and so respected that, and I'm not joking, that dude was so well respected that the day he passed away, the cartel, like, the cartel, the people who, like, deal drugs and guns and commit crimes all over, like, South America, the day that dude passed away, like, the cartel was like, hold up. They ordered a ceasefire for that whole day. They were like, we ain't doing shit because Akira Toriyama died. Everyone just hold off everything. We're not doing a goddamn thing today because the man who created Dragon Ball passed away. It's like, that's the level of respect you'd have to command to do that. It shows that, like, people all over the world watch Dragon Ball. Like, whether it's America, Africa, Asia, it's a universal thing. I don't think anybody's commanded, like, that kind of reaction or that kind of positivity from people everywhere since, like, Mr. Rogers. Oh, that is some cold shit. Just like, who? The fuck, man? You don't know? You've never heard of Mr. Rogers before? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? You don't know that it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day. Like, won't you be my neighbor? None of that?
Not ringing any bells.
Damn. What? Damn, it's hard to describe. The dude was like Barney before Barney, if I could describe that, because he was like this like kind old man who lived in this really nice neighborhood, and he would every day he would come in and he would teach like lessons and like just be nice and encourage people to be kind and friendly to one another, and like everybody loved him. He was so he was so well loved, not just by like white people, but like black people, Asian people, everybody. He was so well loved and so respected that there was a day when somebody stole his car, right? Now, bear with me, somebody stole his car, and he reported it stolen later that day. And it got out, like, on the news, like, Mr. Rogers had his car stolen. Somebody stole Mr. Rogers' car. They even showed, like, pictures of the car and everything. And the next day, like, the next morning, he showed up to work, and his car was right there. Like, pristine, and it had, like, a little note on it that said, "We're sorry, we didn't know this was Mr. Rogers' car." Like, just imagine that shit. That dude was such an inspiration. Even criminals were like, "Damn, we took Mr. Rogers' car? Oh, we gotta give this car back. We made a mistake. Hey, we're sorry, man. We didn't mean it." Oh, shit. But yeah, that the dude was so famous, not just famous, but so well liked and so respected that the town he lived in has this like freeway, and on the freeway that leads into the town, they put a sign. They like etched a sign in stone along this bridge that goes across the freeway that says, "Won't you be my neighbor?" Like this, Yeah, it was the dude was a big deal. Like he was very influential. Like Bob Ross. Have you ever seen Bob Ross, the dude with the big afro who like painted happy little trees and all this shit?
Yeah.
How you heard of Bob Ross but not Mr. Rogers? What the hell?
Yeah, I've seen some YouTube shorts of Bob Ross and heard people talk about him, but I didn't actually go out of my way to watch.
No, I mean like you've heard of Bob. You have a general idea that when I said like Bob Ross, the painter guy, you're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of him before." But like Bob Ross but not Mr. Rogers? Like, wow, okay, I see. Yeah, but it shows like how people knew Bob Ross too. Because the moment I said the guy with the afro painting happy little trees, you're like, "Oh yeah, I know who that is."
I remember the name.
Yeah, it was funny. A whole generation of people like learned how to paint because of that dude. They I remember Deadpool made a parody of that in like one of the teaser trailers for Deadpool 2, because he was doing like a parody of Bob Ross, and he was standing there like, "Hello there, everyone. We're just gonna like do a little painting today. Like, we're gonna paint a few little happy little trees in here, and we're gonna add a couple nice little clouds in the sky." And he's just like, like, there's nothing wrong with making friends with trees, folks. God, I love cocaine so much, because that's how dude spoke. Like he didn't talk about cocaine or anything, but he did spoke like you're just there's no such thing as mistakes, y'all. There's just like happy little accidents. Just like it's. I didn't paint. I still don't paint, but even I could be like like please tell me more. I'm not gonna do any of this, but please tell me more.
Yeah, interesting way of talking.
Absolutely.